On Sunday, the Department of Government Efficiency in the US released a brief list on X, which left many people across the world scratching their heads in bewilderment. US taxpayer dollars were going to be spent on the following items, all of which have been cancelled, it said. The first of the 15 or so items on the list was $10 million for Mozambique voluntary medical bail circumcision. No involuntary circumcisions, please. And the last one said $2 million to develop sustainable recycling models to increase socio-economic cohesion among marginalized communities of Kosovo, Roma, Ashkali and Egypt. Ashkali? Yep. The Ashkali are apparently an Albanian-speaking ethnic minority group who live in Kosovo, Serbia, Albania, Montenegro and North Macedonia. They are also known as Balkan Egyptians or Ashkali. But it is item number 5 which caused some consternation in India. And this is what it said. $486 million was to be paid to the Consortium for Elections and Political Process Strengthening, including $22 million for inclusive and participatory political process in Moldova and, hold your breath, $21 million for voter turnout in India. Excuse me? Since when has India been taking money from foreign NGOs for voter turnout? It gets even more interesting after that. The consortium, abbreviated to CEPPS or CEPS, is said to be a bipartisan outfit comprising 3 main NGOs: the International Foundation for Electoral Systems, the International Republican Institute, and the National Democratic Institute. The Republican and Democratic Institute give it that bipartisan flavor. But here's where things get a bit murky. Within hours of the Department of Government Efficiency release, the CEPS website went dark. So we looked at the 3 constituent NGOs instead and discovered that while all of them are funded by the US Agency for International Development or USAID, the State Department and various other countries, as well as international outfits, the National Democratic Institute is also funded by the Open Society Foundation, which, as we all know, is run by George Soros, the Hungarian billionaire investor who has made no attempt to hide his almost visceral hatred for Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Which begs the question, how long has this man, known to destabilize countries which don't conform to his notions of democracy, been funding elections in India? And how come no one stopped to ask what this money was really for? Who got the money? For what? The ruling BJP in India has obviously spilled blood and is accusing the Congress party of being a beneficiary. But the fact remains that these funds are obviously not a one-off thing. So how come the ruling party did nothing to stop it over the past decade that it has been in power? As we await concrete answers to these questions, it might be worth our while to look at the item just under the one which mentions India. And here's what it says. $29 million was to be paid for strengthening the political landscape in Bangladesh. Now we all know what happened to that country. If that doesn't teach us to be on guard against such blatant interference by our outsiders in political system, we will have only ourselves to blame. Till then, perhaps we should send a thank you note to the US special government employee who heads the Department of Government Efficiency, Mr. Elon Musk, for stopping this. This is Ramananda Sengupta.